The more experience we get, the better we get as a whole, as a staff. This is hands down the toughest division in baseball, and to watch us put up the numbers that we have collectively as a group, it's just, to me, it's remarkable.
And manager Joe Maddon hopes that pitching group will continue to have the same success in 2013. Welcome back to the 2013 Tampa Bay Rays season preview. From Charlotte Sports Park in Port Charlotte, Florida. As soon as you walk into the main entrance, you can't help but run into the Tampa Bay Rays team store, where you can get items such as these: a dry fit 2013 Grapefruit League shirt, and also Rays batting practice jerseys. And this one is the Skipper's Joe Maddon, two-time Manager of the Year. Right now it's time to welcome in our own Dwayne Staats, who had a chance to sit down with Joe to preview this year's squad.
Joe, you had an amazing run here for 5 years. I think one of the great stories in baseball and one of the great stories in all of sport. It's really predicated on quality pitching. Coming into this year, there's one quality pitcher in Kansas City, and he's going to cover 200-plus innings. So where do you go from there?
Well, I really believe that the other guys are capable of picking those numbers up. It's never easy to lose to James Shields. But we have the Hellicksons of the world and the Matt Moores and Cobber, and Jeff Neiman's been throwing the ball great. You've got new candidates like Roberto Hernandez. Chris Archer wants to be on this team badly. Jake Odorizzi's going to be good too. I'm looking at it more a cumulative kind of a thing where these other guys will pick up X number of innings to cover what James had pitched in the past.
David Price is a guy who wants to step into that role. He's ready?
David doesn't shy away from anything, as we well know, and I think he's prepared himself, obviously coming off the Cy Young Award. That's pretty impressive. The concern there is that he would try to do too much in an effort to fill some gaps. He doesn't have to. I just want him to be himself. He's a wonderful leader when he's not playing because of his personality. He has fun. It's contagious. There's a lot of energy every day, so just do that. Don't try to be anything more than you had been in the past.
The one spot, I guess, in the rotation that has some competition is the fifth spot. How do you see that breaking out? Is there a preference in terms of the type of pitcher you'd like in that role?
Not necessarily. Just, well, first of all, there's some really good candidates. I kind of mentioned them with Jeff and Roberto, Chris, Odorizzi, all these other guys. You just want a guy that you feel like can pitch a significant number of innings to get you to that point where maybe your starters can come back to the 1,000 inning group. Of course, Jeff and Roberto have the leg up in that particular race right now, but nothing that we're looking for in a particular situation.
The other side of the pitching staff, the bullpen, I'm not sure it could have been any better than it was last year, anchored by Fernando Rodney. Is there a place to find that bullpen to be even better than it was?
If it was just as good, I'd be happy. You know, it's Fernando, it's going to be difficult to do exactly what he did last year, obviously, but I think he could still be really, really good. Joe Peralta is kind of like the glue within that group that nobody talks about, and I could see him. He's really psyched up and ready. Getting Kyle back and being really healthy from day one will be significantly an improvement. Jake McGee, I think, might have been the most underrated of all bullpen pitchers last year in all of baseball. People talked about him, but not to the level that they should have. And then the other guys like Jamie Wright could be a really nice addition, obviously, the guy that maybe does not make the starting rotation. Brandon Gomes is throwing the ball really, really good right now. I mean, really good. And if you ever wanted to fold Archer back in there, if he wasn't starting, there's so many different options, but the bullpen can be really stern again.
It's been fun watching this club for 5 years and the mix and match and all the things that you do, and we wish you the very best again this coming year.
My pleasure, and it's going to be another blast. And I've already talked to the boys about this year. We're going to play the last game of the 2013 season and win it.
Thank you, Dwayne, and thank you, Joe, as well. Joe Maddon is always on the cutting edge of the Rays fashion trends, so he probably already knows this, but yellow is the big color this spring, whether it's this women's t-shirt or this men's t-shirt. Spring Training 2013, Charlotte County, Florida. You also have this weathered Rays Spring Training 2013 hat, as well as this brand new Spring Training 2013. Yellow, the popular color this year in Port Charlotte, Florida.
Coming up on the Rays season preview, Todd Callis recaps the 2013 Rays Fan Fest.
You mean I'm out of the game? Asked Billy, and he began to cry.